Oh, boy, this is great.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it. Good evening.
Good evening.
Table for two, please.
Have you a dinner reservation?
No, I'm afraid we don't.
I'm so sorry. I can't seat you without a reservation. We're completely booked.
My name is Warren Carter, and my wife and I were very much looking forward to celebrating here in your restaurant tonight. Could you check your book again?
One moment, sir. Mr. Carter, you're absolutely correct. I have had a cancellation. It's so good to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you.
Please, right this way, sir.
After you.
Susie's gone, Cagney. She packed her bag and left town.
I don't understand. Where did she go?
She needed to be alone. I'm sorry. Come in.
Mrs. Turner, you don't understand.
Whatever happened between the two of you, I think it's better to leave it as it is. Give her time to work this out herself.
She shouldn't be alone right now. Couldn't you please tell me where she is?
No, I can't.
Is she moving out permanently? A few days, weeks,
It
or
may
what?
be longer than that.
Could I at least call her? Do you have her number or anything?
She asked me not to tell anyone. I'm sorry. And forgive me, but I was on my way out.
Yeah.
Hey, it'll be all right.
When you talk to her, could you tell her I came here looking for her? Could you tell her I want to see her, please?
Of course I will.
Thank you.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You're the world's most impatient man. Joe.
May I come in?
Well,
Forgive me for not phoning ahead.
Look, I'm dressing for a date. And I'm sorry if I'm abrupt, but what's wrong now?
I just thought you'd like to know as soon as possible.
Know what? For heaven's sakes, tell me.
Susie has left town.
She has? Well, how could you let her? Do you know?
That she's pregnant? Yes, I know she's discussed it with you.
Well, of course she's discussed it with me. Now, what's she going to do? Is she going to have an abortion?
Where and why she's going are her decision.
Now, if you've come here to play games with me...
I've only come here at her request to tell you she won't be available for work.
Let me worry about my studio. You tell me where she's going. Is she going to have the abortion or
No,
not?
she is not going to have an abortion.
She can't have this child. It's Warren's. You can't think it's good for her. He'll torment her the rest of her life.
Maybe that's why she went away.
Has he found out about it? Has he already hurt her in some way?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, how could you let her go off at a time like this all alone?
She is 21 years old. She is capable of making her own decisions. Maybe she even wanted to get away from the people who've been meddling in her life.
Oh, well, I suppose that refers to me.
You brought the subject up.
I want you to tell me where she's gone.
I'm sorry she asked me not to. As usual, Stephanie, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Joe, please don't go without telling me. You know how much she means to me.
Yes, I do know how much you care. But please don't try to force my hand. It won't work.
But at least tell me why the big rush? Why all of a sudden?
I don't know.
I'll bet you it's Warren. I'll bet it's Warren. I bet he did find out about the baby.
To the wealthy and glamorous and exciting lifestyle that we were meant to have.
To us. Oh, now, if you don't tell me what we're celebrating, I'm gonna bust. What happened? What happened?
Okay, that's the second piece of news. The first thing is something that I think is going to put your mind to rest. You were right about Susie's baby.
What do you mean?
I'm not the father.
Warren,
Cagney McCleary said he was.
and you believed him?
Well, you thought he was the father.
Yeah. Well, did Susie tell you this?
She was there when he told me. You should have seen the expression on her face.
And she didn't deny it?
How could she? Besides, who's gonna say he's the father of the baby if he's not?
Oh. Uh-huh.
That's the only reaction I'm gonna get out of you.
Oh, well, I'm just surprised. You see, I knew you weren't the father, but... Well, I just didn't think that Susie would want anyone to know the truth. It's a little sordid.
She didn't really have a choice. Big Mouth McCleary told me before she could stop him. Wendy. Now, from now on, you don't have to worry about us anymore. Or Susie, or anything, okay? I'm yours, completely. Devoted. You happy?
You look as if you're carrying the world on one shoulder.
Another beer, Big, quick.
Are you sure?
Do you think another beer is going to help solve your problems?
You're right. Make that a six-pack to go.
Oh, funny.
Make that a Boilermaker.
Hope you know what you're doing.
If I knew what I was doing, I wouldn't be sitting here getting sloshed.
In or on the side?
On the side. And leave the bottle. I think we're about to become good friends.
Oh, not in this place. If you're drinking, I am pouring.
You know, you're such a good bartender, Big. If I didn't know better, I'd swear you didn't want me to spend my money here.
Let me tell you something. I enjoy what I do, and I run a nice place here.
Yes, you do.
And I try to run a cheery, comfortable place because I enjoy people's company. But I am not running an alcohol injection service. I like folks to have a nice time. But watching somebody doing what you're doing is not nice.
Think I should slow down? Right after this one.
What's this? Boilermakers.
Listen, Cagney.
No,
leave me
it's
alone.
Hogan. You're Cagney.
Great.
If this is a misery sweepstakes, the line forms on your left.
The old McCleary 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Come on. Let's find a pew before you fall off that stool.
Lead on, McDuff.
At least you're in a better mood than I am.
Oh, I did something today that was even for me. Hogan, you should just disown me from the family, you and Mom. I don't belong with the two of you.
Forgetting the rest of the clan.
Okay. All of you.
What's up, Big?
You tell me. What can I get you?
I'll have another shot.
Bring me a ginger ale.
Strong stuff.
So, we should disown you. What for?
Oh, stupid, terrible, unforgivable.
Come on, Cagney. Quit crying in your beer and tell me what happened.
Forget about it. Okay, okay. I want to tell you a secret, only not really a secret anymore. Susie's pregnant. No, it wasn't me. It's Warren's baby.
So what?
I told Carter I was the father.
Oh. And he believed you. Cagney, why would you go and do something so stupid?
Thanks for the sympathy.
Come on, tell me what happened.
He had his hands on her. He was treating her real rough. I hate the guy. I just didn't think.
Did a thought ever occur to you that Susie just might have her own way of dealing with her ex-husband?
It occurred to Susie.
I can certainly understand why she's more than just a little upset with you.
I hope you're enjoying this.
Well, how far does this complex go? You gonna marry the lady? Make the supreme sacrifice?
If this wasn't so tragic, it'd be funny. Marry her. I can't even find her. Big! More drinks for my men. We ride tonight.
I'm sorry, I can't be more specific. I've told you all I can.
If Warren has hurt her in any way,
Now,
I
don't
swear
jump to conclusions. Wait till you hear from Susie.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, what time is it?
I'm
not
sorry,
even
I've made you
dressed.
late. Go on. I'll be on my way.
Oh.
Well, you could wear that to dinner at the courthouse, but something else might be a little more appropriate. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had company. Good evening, Mrs. Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Kendall. I'm sorry I'm the one who made her late. Family business.
You will keep me informed.
Yes. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. You look lovely with that glint of embarrassment in your eyes. Don't ever lose it.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, you don't even leave a woman any pride.
Why do you say that? Just because I arrived on time? 7? Your hair? Something dressy? Candles, a little wine.
Will you please go inside and make yourself a drink?
Is there anything wrong?
Yes, something's wrong. Everything's wrong. Everything that could be wrong is wrong. All except for you.
If her aunt won't tell you where she is, there's not much else you can do.
Susie's pregnant. She should be where people can take care of her. It's my fault she's not. I can't give up now.
Look, why don't you say that a little louder so everyone in town will hear? That'll put you in real solid with Susie.
It's better to curse the darkness than, what is it Mom always says?
Better to light a candle than to curse the darkness?
That's what I'm trying to do. That's all I'm ever trying to do.
Well, light the candle. Don't drown it.
If I want to have a drink, I will have a drink.
But getting blasted is not going to help you through this.
Will you just lay off? Just lay off!
Look, if you two want to yell, you know, studio wrestling begins at 10 at the studio next door.
Sorry, Big. We'll keep it down. I just want you to think before you go off trying to solve everyone else's problems. Because it can't be done. Believe me.
You're angry because Benton's getting off today. I know. Look, if you want to take your anger out on somebody, take it out on me. Probably do you some good to get it off your chest.
Skip it. Everyone probably knows about it by now anyway.
You got the TV on earlier. I heard some people saying some things.
Like what?
Stupid things. You know how people are. If it isn't happening to them, it isn't happening. It's the news.
Come on. Tell me what you heard.
Hogan, you understand it. Sonny's famous. She's on TV. It's easy for people to take shots at such a big target. Use your imagination. I only mentioned this to warn you. She must be taking it pretty hard.
How would you like to stand up in front of a bunch of strangers, pour your heart out, all the lousy details, and then not be believed? She's devastated.
At least she's got you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest joke of all. Sonny's so confused and hurt by all of this, she doesn't even want me near her. I touched her and she practically screamed.
I wish I could raise Benton's consciousness a few notches.
Oh, what's that? Guts from the bottom of a shot glass?
Listen, you're not the only guy who'd like to put that creep behind bars. He came in the other night and started making some moves on Susie. If someone in this town would stand up
You don't
and
get
start...
it, do you? I would like nothing better than to take Benton apart, piece by piece. But what good would it do? The man is sick. He needs a psychiatrist.
What about the women in this town? What do they need? Face it, Hogan, the law did not work.
All I care about are Sonny's feelings right now. The way that she feels right now at this moment. Don't you see? She may never get over this.
Hogan, it's a trial. You brought it all up in her. She'll get over it. She just needs time.
Ah, what do you know about it?
Hey, Hogan, you're my big brother. I know you like a book. Whether you know it or not, this is the big one. No guy acts the way you do unless it's hopeless. I think it's great. Did you tell Sonny that you love her?
No, I can't. Not right now. Come on.
Warren, were you upset when you found out you weren't the father of Susie's baby? I know how important being a father means to you.
Well, I'm going to be a father soon. Yeah, when the time's right.
I know that. But didn't you feel something when you found out that Susie might be...
Why are we talking about this?
Because it's important to me.
Well, it isn't important to me. Okay, I felt a twinge. On the Richter scale, it was hardly readable.
You cried when I lost our baby. It must have meant more to you than that.
Well, if anything, I was angry because I thought Susie was keeping something from me.
We'll have a family of our own soon.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing.
Oh, here it comes.
I just wonder, if you had a choice, who would you rather have as mother of your child? That's all.
That's all. Wendy, why would you even ask a ridiculous question like that and then say that's all?
I mean it. I want an answer.
Look who's here. This is perfect.
Oh, no. Lloyd. Lloyd, let's leave.
Why should we? She is your daughter. You're going to have to get used to this sort of thing sooner or later. Besides, since you were late, we have to eat here. No other decent restaurant would be able to seat us at this hour.
How can you think of your stomach at a time like this?
Their lack of choice. If I leave it empty for 8 hours, it takes command of all my hired decisions.
Mr. Kendall.
Good evening.
How are you? Your table's ready right this way.
Thank you.
Stephanie, good evening, Lloyd.
Good evening.
Darling, I hope you're having a good time.
Yes, Mother.
We would ask you to join us, but we're just finishing up dessert.
Warren.
Well, thank you anyway, but perhaps another time.
All right. Enjoy. Oh, and Lloyd, see you tomorrow. Bon appetit. Excuse me. Bring a bottle of your very best champagne over to Mr. Kendall's table with my compliments.
Very good, sir.
Warren, this is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand how we can afford. Would you please tell me what's going on?
All right. I know. I've made you wait long enough. Okay. Remember when I said someday I'm going to be working with Lloyd Kendall?
Yes.
Well, today is the day. I got back half of the club last night. Lloyd owns the other half.
Now, what was all that about? And if it's what I think it was about, I'm going to walk straight out of here.
Take it easy. You're going to ruin your appetite. Actually, I have no idea what he was talking about. Any business connection I have with your son-in-law was severed this afternoon when he quit his job at the construction site.
He quit? How can he afford the price of dinner here?
I have absolutely no idea, and furthermore, I'm not interested much in whether he can afford it.
Compliments of the gentleman and lady.
Try to look pleased.
What's going on? I think you're lying to me. I think he's up to something illegal.
Once more, just to be clear. Now, we can forget about them because we have something we can celebrate ourselves.
Well, what are they celebrating except the unemployment line?
Stephanie, you wasted one bottle of champagne by falling asleep on me. Do you plan to make this habit?
Oh, all right. What are we celebrating?
I have just acquired Martin's share of the club for myself.
What?
I received the deed today.
He didn't tell me he was going to sell the club.
For some reason, he wanted the whole thing kept in secrecy. For a while, anyway. Now, it is time to toast the new owner.
Congratulations indeed.
Don't they make a lovely couple? Funny how we're all connected now.
What I want to know is how did you get Martin to give you his half interest in the club?
I'm a better poker player than he is. To the club.
To the owners of the club.
Okay.
Who is it? Who is it?
Mrs. Turner. Please, I gotta find Susie.
Cagney.
I wish I knew what to do with you. I wish I could make you better.